Hello and welcome to a very special show of All Villa No Filler. We're here to watch and discuss the Champions League draw as it happens. Frankie, this is the first time in more than 40 years that Villa have been a part of this esteemed club. You're wearing the kit,
I
Unai's
am.
training kit.
I am.
There you
I I,
are.
I bought this for a special occasion. I was like, I need to wear Professor Unai's very own jacket. I've been walking around the streets recently, just pointing at everyone, telling them to get into a 4-4-2 formation. Watch out for the inverted wingers and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
I have this image, Frankie. You know how you have little kids that go to Villa Park with their little banners, say, Watkins, can I have your shirt? McGinn, can I have your shirt? You're
Yeah.
there with Unai, can I have your tracky bottoms and tracky top, please?
That's exactly what I did as well. I do that.
Has
Yeah. I did,
has it got UE underneath the Villa badge there?
yeah.
You've it's an
It should do.
official
Yeah.
branded top.
And I do it for all of them. I hold up a sign saying, Damian, can I have
Can have your shirt.
your shirt,
You can have
your
your
tie,
tie.
yeah, your
Right.
cufflinks. You'll see me there, just always like holding the sign up for Professor Unai, and it eventually gets me banned from the stadium.
Ronaldo's hand is hovering over some sort of big button.
Wow.
The button has been pressed. It's generating it. This is very
Whoa.
strange.
Okay. Oh my
This is
days.
very. I right, Bayern
Right,
Munich.
here we go. They want revenge,
This is
do
what
they?
I'd love.
They want
I'd love
revenge
Bayern.
for 1982.
I would like Bayern.
Harry Kane trying to prove to Lee Carsley that he's still better than Watkins. No chance, mate. No
O-
chance, mate.
Okay, here we
Here
go.
we go. Oh, what are
Let's
we
release
gonna
those
get?
big money balls,
What are we gonna get?
Cristiano.
Bayern
Bosh,
Munchen.
straight in. Looks very
Okay.
unimpressed. Parry, Barcelona. Oh my
Barcelona.
God, this is
Oh, the
this is tough.
Dynamo.
Oh,
Feyenoord. Bratislava. Aston Villa. Oh, here we go.
oh
Here
my
we go. We're
goodness!
playing
Wow.
them at Villa
Okay.
Park. Here we go.
Wow.
Aston Villa, Bayern Munich. Oh my days. How
Phenomenal.
good does that sound?
That sound that I mean that is the 82 final, Frankie.
That
That's
is
why I
it.
wanted Bayern. The 82
They
final.
want their revenge. It ain't
Repeated.
gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen, Bayern.
Wow.
Oh
I tell you
my
what,
good.
my heart's beating a little bit
Oh,
faster with that one.
oh.
I wanted Bayern. I got Bayern.
Yeah,
We all got Bayern.
yeah. Oh,
That is phenomenal.
we're
Wow.
gonna see
Okay.
Aston Villa play Bayern Munich at Villa
We'll be
Park.
drinking Steins out in Munich, me
You're
and you,
damn
Frankie.
right. You're damn right. Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
Okay.
Oh, I need to let's get a fan in this room or something. That I'm getting so.
That's the club I wanted. I
Yeah,
did want Bayern. I'd also like Barcelona or Real. Leipzig.
Leipzig.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe we'll just stay in Germany the entire time.
Yeah. No, we got them at Villa Park. So yeah, Aston Villa Bayern Munich. Like that. They want their revenge. Pete, what we're going to do is we're going to get Peter with out before the game
Play him centre
starts.
forward.
Yeah, walk straight in front of Harry Kane. Oh, hello. We
Oh,
got
okay,
Leipzig. We are
right.
in
We got
Germany
Leipzig as
again.
well. We are in Germany. Brush
Okay,
up,
we've got
on your
Leipzig away.
German, everyone. We've got a couple of games at least
Mm,
against German opposition. Wow.
Leipzig
Okay.
away. Wow.
Leipzig away.
What's the deal with does the Bundesliga have it in for us or something?
Well, I think maybe we've got something against the Bundesliga.
Yeah,
We've
we
got to.
do. Already deprived them of one Champions European Cup back in the day.
I got to say, Ronaldo looks like he'd rather be anywhere else right now.
He really does, doesn't he?
He's not. He's not that interested.
He's not happy. He doesn't
Borussia
want to be,
Dortmund. Okay, we'll probably get them as well.
yeah. He doesn't want to be pushing the button. He wants more. So okay, so we got Bayern Munich and Leipzig. I mean Bayern's that is great. You wanted one of the marquee names, didn't you? And
Yeah,
I think
absolutely. Yeah,
Bayern meets the bill.
yeah.
Um
I'd say
at Villa Park,
yeah. That's just going to be electric,
that
isn't
is
it?
gonna be absolutely rocking.
I think we can give anybody a game. I think of all the teams in certainly in pot four,
Hmm.
I'm not entirely sure that any of the heavy hitters would have wanted to play us.
Hmm.
I think if you look at our squad and if you look at our coach and you look at where we finished last season in an extremely competitive league,
Hmm.
yeah, I think we've got to be seen as one of certainly the strongest team in pot four. I would.
Yeah, certainly got to. And the
Um,
man, I think we're a team from pot four most clubs will want to avoid. I
yeah,
think
definitely. I mean,
just with Emery in charge and got good players, and I think Villa Park would be really, really bouncing. Um,
yeah,
can't wait.
yeah, it's going
Oh,
to be good.
Bayern Munich. All my days. Oh, I tell you what, that Albert Schloss. in Birmingham when all the Munich fans come over is going to be it's the place to be. I'm
It
already
is the
reserving a table there. Already reserving
it
one.
is the place to be. Yeah, I'll be dressed in lederhosen, claret and
Yeah,
blue lederhosen.
yeah.
And then I'll be knocking back a couple of Bavarian lagers. Okay,
Bruges.
I'm not entirely enamored of Club Brugge. I mean,
Got,
obviously we'll play him.
got
We'll play him
some
if we play him.
crossover there. Haven't we got a. Is that where we got Wesley from Bruges?
Yeah, we did get. I think we signed a
Did
couple of players from
Samata,
Bruges in the
Ali
years.
Samata go in there?
Kamata, yeah, possibly. Yeah, we sort of have dipped into the Belgian market quite a lot recently.
Yeah, we did. Marvelous Nakamba, of course, going from the Belgian league as
Okay,
well.
here we
Oh, here
go.
we go. Oh, Club Bruges.
Oh, Club
Okay.
Bruges.
Oh, lovely away day. Me and you will be like Colin Farrell, Brendan Gleeson in Bruges.
McGinn Bruges.
Yeah, hopefully one of us isn't doesn't is it's not a similar ending to what happens in that film.
That I wouldn't want that
No,
tumbling from that tower.
yeah. Good beers over there as well.
Well, exactly, yeah. But in
Yeah, very
Bruges
good beers.
and Munich,
Going to be a lot of headaches from Villa fans the next morning after that, I think.
definitely. But yeah, I mean, you got to say from a kind of a winnable perspective,
Yeah.
you've got to fancy your chances against Club Brugge.
If
I
you,
mean, if I look at that pot, I would say that they're probably the weakest on paper of
yes,
all the other teams.
they are.
So
They are basically, aren't they? You know, Brendan Gleeson is a Villa fan.
yeah,
As
and his
his son
son,
Donald.
who's also an actor, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both Aston Villa fans. So that's Villa should, after the Ozzy Osbourne video, we should get Brendan Gleeson out to Bruges again, get him out
Yeah. In his Adidas Batano Villa shirt.
Look at
Champions League sponsor
yeah.
steamed onto his sleeve.
What is it he says in Banshees of Inisherin? I just don't like you anymore. Just don't like you. So he just says that to one of our other fans, me or you.
Okay.
I hope it's not Shakhtar.
GG,
I
is
don't want to
it your
get
former
Shakhtar
club you're
off.
picking out here, pal?
Oh, here we go. Douglas
Juve. Okay, come
Luiz
on.
is
This is what we
rubbing his
want.
hands.
This is what we want. I'm rubbing my hands. Come on.
Here we go.
Come on, the old lady.
Here we are. Here we go. Ronaldo doing his job there, pushing the button.
Come on.
Aston Villa Juventus. Yeah. Oh my goodness. At Villa Park. Love
Brilliant.
it. We get Bayern Munich and Juventus at Villa
Is
Park.
amazing.
Wow.
That is
Wow.
huge.
Professor Unai, if he was here in person, I'd flipping well kiss the man. I'd wrestle him to the ground, just like give him the biggest bear hug ever. I'd be like, Professor Unai, what you have done for us. Juventus and Bayern Munich at Aston Villa.
Yeah.
This is special stuff, man. This is special.
This is special. This is special.
Douglas Luiz returns. Alicia Lehman returns. Imagine if he goes full heel turn.
He'll walk into the home dressing room, won't he, at Villa Park?
Yeah. He's gonna. I'll tell you, if he scores against us, no apology from him. He did the apology.
Full Adebayor.
Yeah. Out of nowhere, like Doug, like
the shushing, the cupping of the ears,
yeah,
kissing the Juve badge.
Yeah. They're now that is exciting. I back us against Vincent Kompany's Bayern Munich at Villa Park. Why not? I back
Why
us.
not, Frankie? Well, obviously we go into it as the unheralded and the unknown force. Obviously these bigger, more esteemed clubs that play every year in the Champions League sort of play each other every season, don't they? Whereas we're sort of this mystery team. So
Juventus have started the season with a 3-0 win over Como and a 3-0 win at Verona. So
okay,
yeah,
but again, those are two sides you'd expect Juve to beat quite comfortably.
So there's a lot of Juventus fans sitting there going like, Aston Villa, easy. Well, it ain't gonna be easy. I'm buzzing.
Yeah, no, I tell you what, that is we've done well there. I think we've got some good draws there.
Lovely stuff. And we can go. I'm tempted to go for a meal to celebrate. Find a Michelin star restaurant, blow my life savings.
Yeah,
be annoying because I wouldn't be able to afford to go to a game then, but so worth it. Worth mentioning. Yeah, so we got Bayern Munich.
Yeah,
Leipzig.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Bayern Munich, Leipzig, Club Bruges, and Juventus. So the 2 away days. Bruges is a very beautiful city, but they're not probably the two you'd want somewhere like a San Siro or.
Oh yeah, of course, absolutely, yeah.
But
I think of the you've got your 2 heavy hitters in Juve and Bayern, and then you've got like to be fair, Leipzig are very, very good. Let's not forget
Yeah,
they've reached the latter stages of the Champions League um, a couple of times in recent
yeah, they're
years.
very
They've
good
got a
side.
they're a very formidable team. And I think, to be honest, one of the reasons I think maybe they got quite far in the competition is because people sort of probably underrated them or
Yeah,
disrespected them to some extent. But they've had a phenomenal rise through German football and through European football,
yeah.
and they got some very good
The,
players.
the Red Bull owners.
Yes, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. Well, both Red Bull teams
they
are in the
are,
Champions League, Salzburg and Leipzig. So
and they now sponsor Leeds, don't they? RB Leeds,
they do, yeah.
Red Bull
RB
Leeds.
Leeds, yeah. So there we go. Okay, here go young
Young
boys. Have we
boys,
got them?
we
We
have.
have got.
We're going
We're
away
facing some young boys
to
in Young
the. It's
Boys,
called the Wankdorf Stadium,
the Waldorf Stadium.
which
Okay,
is
again, looking at it, you'd think if you want to progress into competition, you got to be beating the likes of Young Boys.
we've got quite a good draw, I think, if you want to be progressing.
Yeah.
Oh, so Young Boys have started the season horrifically. The
Okay,
bottom of
good.
the Swiss league. They've lost 3 games, drawn 2.
Just watch them decimate Aston Villa Football Club.
Yeah, need to find a bit of
Uh,
form.
okay,
Where?
PSV. I wouldn't mind a bit of PSV.
But so we got 2 bloody expensive away days, like Swiss City and Belgian City. It's like not
Yeah,
cheap.
no. Celtic. Okay, here we
Hang on.
go. Could
Here
it
we go.
be?
Here we go.
I would like a bit of Celtic, I'll be honest. I
Hey,
would like a bit of
hey,
Celtic.
man. I bet John McGinn would love a bit of Celtic as well, wouldn't he?
Here we go, he would. Here we go.
Oh, he
Yes!
got him at Villa Park. Oh, wow.
Those are monstrous games at Villa
Celtic
Park.
at Villa Park. The noise of that is going to be. Oh, that's going to be very spicy around Birmingham on that day.
Yeah, it will
Very,
be.
very
Yeah, well,
spicy.
there's, I think I came from went to a very Irish Catholic school, lots of
Mm,
Celtic supporters when I went to school.
yeah.
Obviously you're Irish Catholic,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I
Yeah,
am.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
a lot of my family will be wanting to go to that, I'm sure.
yeah,
A lot of them traveling over from Ireland for it as well, probably. But that's it. That's
there we
huge.
go. I'll tell you what, we have drawn a couple of blinders here, Frankie. I'll be honest. Celtic, I think in particular, yeah, Celtic, Juve,
I think
and
we're going to win
Bayern.
this. I think we're going to win the tournament.
I
I think
think
we're going to win it.
you'd have to assume we probably will.
Do you know when the one season Leicester City were in it? Everyone forgets this. They got
Quarters?
quarterfinals. They
Yeah,
beat
they
Sevilla.
beat Sevilla. They got knocked out by Atletico, was it? In
Yeah,
the quarters?
and if Leicester can do it, and they weren't too great that season either.
No, in
They
the league
lost
they weren't. No.
Kante. We got Unai Emery, got Villarreal to a Champions League semi-final 3 years ago. He won the Europa League 4 times. I think a lot of teams will be looking at and thinking like Aston Villa's just like they've got a manager who knows what they're doing and they got some real quality. But one thing I will say as well though is you look at all these games, you think like bloody hell, like there's so much football that is going to be played in the first half of
Yeah,
the season. Like,
it does make me a little bit anxious. Just obviously we're coming to the end of the transfer window, and it looks like Bernachea is going to go to Valencia after that sort of mini saga of whether he was or wasn't. It looks like he'll probably
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Then Donker it could go, which leaves us
yeah.
probably a little bit light in that area of the pitch, in my opinion.
We're just waiting for them to draw pot 4 now.
Here we go, Aston Villa. There they are.
Oh, what a goal
Yes.
for the John McGinn, the booty! What a player he is.
Love it. Love that.
Yeah, saw John McGinn in a pub once. Extremely nice guy. I didn't have the bravery to go up and talk to him, but he was really nice to everyone who did. So, yeah, big. It's nice. It's nice to say nice things about celebrities, isn't it?
Absolutely. Bologna. Okay, here we
Yeah.
go. Get a bit of
Okay,
bolognese.
it's at the Samuel Ailing Jr. derby.
Yeah. I assume he wouldn't be able to play against us. You'd
Uh,
assume.
you would assume. Don't never know. Never know with these loan moves. Sometimes I don't include. Okay, so we got Bologna
Oh, okay.
at home.
Nice.
At home.
Nice. I'll
Villa
take
Park.
that.
Ailing
I will take
Jr.
that.
will be turning it. Wait for his hat trick against us. No, no
Again, the
apology.
full Adebayor against his parent club, who he's been at for about 2 weeks. Villa, there we
Villa, here
are.
we go.
There we
Thiago
are.
Motta, yeah. Aston Villa, here we come. Here we go. Who are we going to get?
Who are we going to get? Who
Look at
wants to
those
take us
clubs.
on?
I think we've got a good draw.
I think we've got a good shot.
Monaco
Monaco.
away.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow. I tell
that's a
you what,
great name.
Frankie.
Aston Villa, Monaco, Aston Villa at that stadium,
Yeah,
iconic European stadium.
it
Oh,
really is.
Glenn Hoddle's celebrating, the former Monaco player. Arsene Wenger's tingle in his spine thinking about this. Thierry Henry, former Monaco player.
Sparta.
Maybe I'll make my return. We've got some bloody
Well,
expensive
that's
away
it.
days.
That's it. That's our full draw, isn't it, Frankie?
Yeah.
That is us done and dusted. So let's break it down. So we've got Leipzig, Bayern, we've
Mm-hmm.
got Juventus and Club Brugge.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Celtic and who else for part three?
Celtic and Young Boys
Young Boys, and we've got Bologna
and
and
Monaco.
Monaco. Wow,
Mm.
that's a good draw. That is a good
Yeah.
draw.
Yeah.
I think it's a mix of just classically, historically brilliant clubs and
Yes.
some teams that you might think realistically we've got a chance of beating. And I've got to be Frankie, as we've said, we've got a chance of beating anybody.
They could not have put us in the more expensive away days. Monaco,
It's a
Bern
pricey
in
draw.
Switzerland, bloody Bruges. Like these are
it's a
really the
pricey
most
draw for sure.
expensive cities you'll ever go to.
Brilliant. I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with that draw.
I think I think the names are Juventus and Bayern Munich. I think Monaco as well. To be fair,
Yeah,
I think Monaco's a really exciting one. But
Celtic, massive game. I don't think you're gonna. I know. Sort of in terms of their performances in the competition, they've sort of flapped to deceive. And you can say what you like about the SPL, but as a club, the history of Celtic, it's a massive, massive club. So I'm chuffed with that. I think that's really good.
British derby, isn't it? Really, Scotland versus England.
So we've got, just to clarify one more time, Bayern Munich at home, Leipzig away. That's tough. Juventus home, Club Brugge away, Celtic home, Young Boys away, Bologna home, Monaco away.
Yeah, quite exciting. Like very, very exciting.
Very exciting.
As I say, I think Bayern Munich at home will be absolutely electric game. Juventus at home,
and you know what? I think we've drawn the right teams at home. I mean, I know it'd be great to go to Munich for like an away day, and it'd be great to go to Turin for an away day. But in terms of our opportunity to beat these teams, obviously we've got a far greater chance of doing it, under the lights of Villa Park.
Yeah,
and if we do it, big if, because obviously they're fantastic sides. If we do it, what a historical moment that would be for us to do it against those sorts of teams.
And I think Bayern Munich. I'll just give a rundown of some of them. Like Bayern Munich, they've obviously got Vincent Kompany's come in. We don't really know how he's going to do at a top club like that. They've got obviously absolutely amazing team, but not.
But I think the issue with Bayern was last season. Thomas Tuchel was too much. He was too much. He's a bit of a free spirit. And I think what Bayern wanted was a company man.
Yes.
To come in and just basically be like, just part of a cog in the Bayern machine.
Yeah.
So I actually think they might have quite a good season this year compared to last year.
Okay.
There'll be a different proposition. For sure. Yeah, for sure. But I think they could be they will be a challenge. I mean, they'll always be a challenge, but this season.
Yeah. And then you got Juventus as well. So you mentioned him earlier, Thiago Motta. Thiago Motta is he was manager of Bologna last season.
He came from Bologna, yeah, that's right.
I have a feeling Juventus are going to be really good this year. And I think I suspect that might be our hardest game, Juventus at home. I feel like they'll turn up and just be very, very difficult to play against.
Well, they've got a point to prove, haven't they? Because they haven't won Serie A in many years, and they've invested heavily.
Couple of seasons, yeah.
They want to be back at the top table in Italy for sure. I think they're really going to go for it this year.
Yeah.
And they've made a lot of changes to their squad, both ins and outs.
Yeah.
So I think they'll be playing with a lot of confidence, and they'll be a challenge. I mean, Leipzig, they finished 4th in the Bundesliga last year.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of very good players.
Yeah,
they're not necessarily household names, but you've got the likes of a Baumgartner, Xavi
Uh,
Simons is on loan from
Openda as
PSG.
well. Openda's a good
Um,
striker.
yeah, yeah.
After the red card
Balassi,
debacle
goalkeepers, very
in the
decent.
US, that was quite a nasty friendly. Openda was a right dick in that game, and he got Diego Carlos sent off. So maybe this is Diego's revenge out in Leipzig. But the thing is, the thing with these teams is like Munich, Leipzig, Juventus is that they have that experience of Champions League football now. They know how to do this stuff, and which is where Villa might have it might be a learning curve.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's the thing. I think the early games will be interesting. I mean, our earliest games are going to be tricky for sure.
Yeah,
But yeah, certainly from a learning curve perspective, um, you got to learn some way.
yeah,
So and we'll need to learn quickly, I guess, because
yeah, completely.
the games are gonna rattle through quite quickly. I mean, with young boys, I really don't know much about them or their squad. They finished top of the Swiss league
Hmm.
last year. So I assume they will be a difficult team to face. Away from home as well.
Hmm.
In the Wankdorf,
And the Wankdorf, yeah.
that will be tricky. I think
Um,
a lot of big teams historically have struggled against young boys away. I mean, I think from memory, I think United struggled against young boys
yeah, they
away.
did. Tottenham had to come back from
Tottenham,
3-0 up.
yeah. So
But Young Boys have started the season ominously with 3 losses and 2 draws, bottom of the Swiss
right,
league. So,
okay,
yeah, a Bern, extremely beautiful. I mean, Switzerland is the most beautiful place you'll ever go in your
and
life, but
incredibly expensive.
super expensive. So, that's going to be questionable that away day, whether it's doable for, you know, paupers like myself. But, Monaco away as well.
Yeah,
Which is the most
the
expensive places in
Principality.
the bloody world.
Yeah,
Um, but
yeah, that's going to be tricky.
but I think this in some ways you think it's a shame you didn't get like a Real Madrid away or something. But I think Monaco away is a really cool one. That's a great stadium to go to and
Yeah,
go and see a game of football. That'd be fantastic. Um, yeah, and as I say, I've been to that stadium and it feels like something from sort of the 1970s, like 80s. It's got a real like historic, traditional vibe, and that'd be
mm.
class. And
Yeah, uh, yeah, and don't Monaco have a manager called Adolf Hitter? That's their manager. He's called Adolf
right,
Hitter.
right.
And they've started the season quite well. They're
Adi
third in
Hutter,
league. Yeah, Adi
Adolf Hutter.
Hitter.
Wow, that's
And
his parents made an interesting choice.
yeah, interesting that one. But yeah, so they are third currently. They finished second Liga on last season, so they are no mugs. They are certainly
Nope,
no
they're
mugs.
not.
Um, they got some players that people might have heard of.
Mm.
Balogun.
Lauren
I think
Balogun, yeah, he's from
he was at
Arsenal.
Arsenal. Yeah.
Uh, But you got to think like you look at that, you think Bruges away, Celtic home, Young Boys away, Bologna home, Monaco away. Like all of those games, I look at and think Villa should feel good, like confident we can win any of them. And look, Bayern, Leipzig, and Juventus are going to be all of these games are going to be really hard because European football just is hard, as we found
of
out last
course.
season.
Yeah.
You think you're going to beat a team like Olympiacos, and they turn up and it's not like that at all. And they have an experience that we don't have in great depth yet as a club.
Hmm.
Because it's been a long time since we're in Europe, like barring last season. So there will be some harsh lessons here, I'm sure. But there's a lot of games here that you look at, you think Villa really should believe in themselves. And, why not get a result against someone like a
Well,
Juve or Bayern
absolutely,
even?
absolutely. I mean, you look at on paper at the very least, you look at the squads of the teams we're facing, and genuinely, I take Juve into this as well.
Hmm.
Would you trade a lot of our players for some of Juve's? I'm not sure I would. I
I
mean, they've got
tried
the
Douglas
best.
Luiz for Brandon and Eiling G. I might
Yeah,
do that.
sure, but yeah, I wouldn't trade Watkins. I wouldn't trade Martinez. I wouldn't trade Torres.
No,
I wouldn't trade Matson.
no.
I wouldn't. You know, do you know what I mean? Like, we've
Got
got
serious
we've got
strength
some
and
real
depth.
pet. We've got
Yeah,
proper talent in our team. As I
yeah.
said, no one would have really wanted to face us, I'm sure.
It's just going to be if we can't get Hertroida, it's just going to be that right back area is where teams are going to target over and
Yeah,
over and
I
over
think, I
again.
think so.
It'll
I
be
think so. And the
a hard,
Hertruida deal sounds like it's still going to be a difficult one to get over the line. So,
yeah,
we still got, over 24 hours to go until the end of the transfer window. I still
yeah.
see there'll be a couple more outs, I think, and maybe that one big in would be lovely. Who knows?
Yeah.
We might get another in, as maybe a loan or a cover in one of the forward areas. That
Mm.
I think I would like that. Um,
So
we'll see.
if you can get to just one of these games, George, if there was only one you could get to, which should you do?
As in, what any game home or away,
Yeah,
Bayern at home.
yeah.
I think
I think that'd be the one for
that's
me.
the no-brainer, isn't it? Really.
But I think if you could do one
Away,
away day,
away would be Monaco for
Monaco,
sure.
yeah, same. I think
I
that'd be
mean,
probably the one to go to.
beautiful part of the world, history of the club.
Weird. It's a weird place, Monaco. I thought it was strange. It was like it's basically like escalators everywhere. It's like this
Right.
very small principality, and it's strange. It's just and I did think there's lots of oligarchs here.
Yeah,
It felt like there were
lots
oligarchs
of big
there.
yachts just moored
Yes,
out off the coast.
I saw Philip Green's yacht moored out. Interviewed him once. Dickhead.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't speak ill of people I've interviewed. I've interviewed a lot of people, but there's very few people I didn't like interviewing. I didn't like interviewing him. I think he was a not. Anyway,
yeah. I
all
mean,
Villa, no Philip. Now you know.
yeah, yeah. We're just well,
If
yes. I
I
mean,
see him out in
there are
Monaco, I'm going
reports.
to be like straight on his case, like chanting.
What
Yeah.
if you saw him in a Villa shirt? Give
Do
him
you
a hug.
know?
All is
What I'd
forgiven.
say is, I've always said he's a great individual. He's one of my favorite interviews. He's a
Yeah.
top man.
Man, and
Yeah,
all the reports of just fake news.
yeah, and
Right. Well, Frankie, I think that's
yeah,
probably we could bring the show to an end. What
yeah,
a historical day for the club.
yes,
More importantly for us as a podcast, of course.
yeah.
I'm so proud to be able to bring our audience the Champions League draw featuring Aston Villa Football Club. What a day. What an
Very
incredible,
exciting, and it's a
very
bit
exciting.
like the genuine excitement of seeing us draw like Juventus and Bayern was just absolutely like
Yeah,
I'm buzzing,
buzzing. My
absolutely
heart's still
buzzing.
going now, Frankie.
Yeah,
But that is it from All Villa No Filler. We'll be back, of course, to cover future games. But until then, come on, Super Aston Villa.